Your precious Savior told you should love your neighbor.
Ooh, okay, so this guy, I like too that he's giving that alternate side, like a longer verse right there. It ain't just a conversation so much right now. He's saying, hey, he's saying, you claim to be a Christian. What about all them people that you ain't taking care of in this? What up, Alpha Team? It's DJ AlphaTyler back again with another Mega Monday reaction. But y'all know Mega Monday ain't just important around here now. It is now Mesus Monday because my man Mesus, he dropped this new track today. Now, we haven't seen Mesus since his birthday, and I've been watching on Instagram. I ain't even seen the Instagram lives much lately, and so I'm trying to figure out what's going on, man. Where has my man been? But he dropped this new track today. Yesterday, he said, be here at noon if y'all want to see the truth. Y'all know we love the truth on this channel. We love free thinking. We love all them real values. It ain't about parties. It ain't about none of that stuff. It's about the values and the intent and the purpose behind it all, right? Well, Mesus got this track. It's called daMASKus. I don't know if he's talking about the city Damascus in it. Y'all know Mesus likes to hide something clever inside of his titles and everything. Now, he was talking about the truth. He was wearing a mask in that picture he posted. So I see mask in all caps. I also see US in lowercase. And so I don't know if we're talking about masks in the US. I don't know where we're going with this. But I know that Mesus is bringing it. And Mesus is always saying something in his music. So I'm excited to see what he's bringing with this one. Y'all know I got one thing I got to ask real quick before we get into it. Make sure if you enjoy the reaction, you hit that subscribe button to join the Alpha Team down below. Ding that notification bell so that you can know when I got some new content dropping, when I'm going live, whatever the case may be. And don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed the reaction. Then head over to Mesus' channel if you haven't already. Do all them same things, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that. Ding the notification bell. Let's see what Mesus is bringing with daMASKus. Let's get it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Turn this quality up a little bit. I know Mesus ain't bringing fuzzy letters in his videos. Who's that?
Hey, I wish you stop and do what's right. You such a crybaby. Yeah, it's just the constitutional rights getting violated. That's just a piece of paper. Our lives are more important. That piece of paper represents the lives that died for it.
Okay. So he coming off, he talking about it's just one thing. It's just a mask, man. Aren't our lives important, man? We've had this conversation. We've had this conversation on the channel, man. Straight facts. Take the politics out of it. Take your bias out of it. Take what your candidate, what your politician, what the person you support is saying out of the equation. Look at what's going on, okay? Real talk. When we talk about, let's talk about seatbelt laws. We can have this conversation and people don't get triggered, but really, seatbelt laws are unconstitutional. If you think about it, you can't legislate, you can't regulate my own personal safety, what I'm doing for my own personal safety. But we already gave that up. Now there's seatbelt laws everywhere. Now we got this right here. We got the masks. We're letting them tell us, okay, what do you have to wear on your way somewhere? You got to wear that seatbelt. What do you have to wear when you get there? You got to wear this mask. We give up piece by piece. We end up losing our rights. And if you think the Constitution is just a piece of paper, then you don't appreciate what it really means to be an American, because this is the freest country in the world because of that piece of paper. All right? Now we talk about, you know, he's saying right there, he's saying it represents all the people who died for it, and it does. It represents a lot of real Americans who have bled for this country. But even past that, that is the only thing in this world that ensures that our government works for us.
Piece of paper, our lives are more important. That piece of paper represents the lives that died for it.
And that's the thing too, man. A lot of people don't think about the fact that just because we give a politician that's in control right now that might have the best of intentions some power over something, when you give that power, government don't give power back. And so if you give them that power now when they have the best of intentions and it's needed later on, they're going to use that same power, and it may not be in the same circumstances. It may not be as responsibly. Either way, I don't feel like giving them that power. And I mean, there's not even, we ain't gonna get into the science. Y'all know the science. Everybody's got their own opinions on what the science says, but come on now.
You wanna talk about that? A million worldwide, but you selfish, you wanna make this all about your ride. You ride a million worldwide, that's why I ain't gon' panic. That's 1% or 1%, I think I'll take my chances.
Mesus coming out too. Mesus is about to talk about. We wasn't gonna talk about the science, but it looks like Mesus is gonna have that discussion. He say, "Hey, that's 1% of 1%. What are you talking about? Panic. We got a virus with a 99.6 survival rate or something. 0.04% dying from it. Come on now, something don't add up."
Not with my life you won't miss me with life's value. While you agree with abortion, saying they should be allowed to. That's
And y'all gonna be mad at this one. This is a reaction reminder. Go watch the original video if y'all haven't already. If y'all want to listen to the song, I always go back and watch it again afterward to get my thoughts on the song as a whole. But yo, real talk right there. He's talking about, hey, you want to talk about the value of human life? Where were you at when we were having them abortion rallies and stuff like that? We could have used you.
won't miss me with life's value. While you agree with abortion, saying they should be allowed to. That's totally different. Wow, that's pretty damn convenient. Guess life has sanctity now, unless it's inconvenient. Why they keep
He calling you out too. He's saying life has sanctity unless it's inconvenient. Unless you didn't mean to have that life, right?
Wow, that's pretty damn convenient. Guess life has sanctity now, unless it's inconvenient. Why they keep calling it quarantine? We ain't even sick. Let's keep it real, this martial law that we agreeing with. COVID's a Trojan horse. If we don't go to war for all rights, and I can assure you they'll just keep taking more.
Yo, my man said it there, right there though. He's saying COVID's a Trojan horse. They sending COVID in. They quarantining us and everything right now just to see how we react to these rights and everything. He's saying if we don't push back right now about having our rights stripped, we got to go to war right now, because this is the one we give up. This is the one where they test us. This is the one where they get inside and use it to take over. He's saying we got to push back now. He's saying you're just looking at this. He's saying they're calling it quarantine. We ain't even sick. What are we quarantined for? It's a lockdown. Come on now.
Sure. You act like Nazi Germany never happened, and they ain't tracking every single action. Oh well, welcome to the new normal. Comply, I'm a snitch, but you look past broken glass and throwing piles of bricks. It's just 6 feet.
You looking past piles of glass and throwing broken bricks. Okay, they have brick already come through your window. They already pushed in, and you throwing the rubble of it right now. You throwing pieces of what they've been saying. You trying to get us, attack us with this. When they already busted your infrastructure, they already inside. Going back to that Trojan horse, they already made it through the gate. And now you coming at us still trying to defend this. You're watching your rights get taken, your liberties get taken, and you just attacking with fragments of that argument. Come on now, back that up.
Germany never happened, and they ain't tracking every single action. Oh well, welcome to the new normal. Comply, I'm a snitch, but you look past broken glass and throwing piles of bricks.
I like that. I like that, because he's saying comply or I'm a snitch. Because this other guy's saying if you don't go along with this is the new normal. You need to get used to it. If you ain't gonna get down, if you ain't gonna get with the program, get on the same page, I'm gonna go snitch. I'm gonna tell people what you're doing.
New normal, comply, I'm a snitch, but you look past broken glass and throwing piles of bricks. It's just 6 feet apart, just social distancing, just seeing who is smart, who gets into conditioning.
Exactly. That's what it comes back to. And he mentioned Nazi Germany a minute ago. Remember, man, Nazi Germany, the guns were taken away for people's own good. Right? And he's saying right here, he's saying they're just seeing who's going to give in to this condition and who's going to go along with it. We ain't going along with it. We ain't doing this. We ain't giving into this nonsense. Right, man? Come on. Hey, and I'm going to tell y'all, too. I'm sorry. I know the pauses are awful in this video, but there's a lot that needs to be said about this, man. Look in Kentucky, okay? We had these lockdowns, all the restaurants closed and everything like that. Cases continue to go up. I had a restaurant that I go to frequently. About to go there today, as a matter of fact. It's Wings 2.0. Shout out in London, Kentucky. And I went to this restaurant several times while restaurants were closed. Guess what, though? The health department comes. They say they're going to take their food license, whatever the case. They don't have the power to shut us down. They don't have anything to do. That restaurant is still running right now. There's one up in Lexington. It's called Brood. Same thing there, man. And these guys, they've kept their restaurants open against these unlawful mandates by our governor. And guess what power the government has? Nothing. They don't have the power. The government works for us. And going back to that piece of paper at the beginning, the government works for us until we make it to where we work for them. We comply with them. We give in to this conditioning and do what they say. Until we let that be the case, the government works for us. So maintain your rights, man.
You look past broken glass and throwing piles of bricks. It's just 6 feet apart, just social distancing. Just seeing who is smart, who gets into conditioning. It's just safer at home, just invading our homes. It's just a couple weeks. That's what they said 8 months ago.
Facts, man. We talking about all this stuff. You're safer at home. No, they're just trying to get in. And it'll just be 2 weeks. No, they do 2 weeks, and then they extend it 2 weeks, and that's what they said 8 months ago, right? We're going to see if it goes down. Guess what? It ain't going down anytime soon. I'm going to tell y'all, it's a virus. Viruses don't just go away. We're going to catch it every year, and it's going to be with us forever. Even if you get the vaccine, what's it going to do? It's going to boost your immunity. The only way we get to the other side of viruses is through immunity, herd immunity, through catching it, through building that natural resistance to it. Come on.
Gotta flatten the curve. Any doctors and nurses that disagree, hurry quickly. We gotta ban it worse. Such a jerk. Can't you see these hospitals are overrun? No, but since there's so many of them, why don't you show me one?
That's right. That's right. Facts too. Everybody talks about the hospitals being overrun. I mean, there may be a couple that are struggling, but they ain't overwhelmed like that, man. They're not. We pulled that hospital ship into New York that they ended up not even using a single bed from.
Hospitals are overrun. No, but since there's so many of them, why don't you show me one? It's for the greater good. I'm the bad guy, right? Tell me what good clothes and businesses does for families' lives. Call me a granny killer. I'm just using the backbone that my grandpa gave me to fight to make sure this land is still here.
Man, Mesus going in too. He's saying, you say I'm killing grannies, man. That same generation was the one that fought for these rights that we're talking about. That's what he's going back to. He's saying that greatest generation, our grandparents' generation, that was the generation that went out and fought to make sure that America stays the freest country in the world. Come on now. And I like how the dude called him a jerk, because that's what it always comes back to. Oh, you're a jerk. Oh, you're inconsiderate. You don't care about people's lives and all that. Man, that ain't the case. But what do you think you're doing? You're killing these small business owners. You're taking their way of providing food for their families off the table. Come on now.
I'm the bad guy, right? Tell me what good clothes and businesses does for families' lives. Call me a granny killer. I'm just using the backbone that my grandpa gave me to fight to make sure this land is still here. When I become a grandpa, so quit saying I'm careless. Quit trying to shame me. I promise you I won't feel embarrassed. Promise you I don't care if I gotta die from this. You think this is a song? You dead wrong. I put my life in this.
Ooh, and Mesus saying too, what he talking about right here, it ain't just a song. He's saying he putting his whole life in this. He's saying, you know what, if I have to die for this, if we're dying for liberties, dying for rights and everything, man, that's what comes with it. That goes with the territory. But this ain't just a song. This ain't just me telling you, you know what, I think this ain't just opinions. I'm pouring everything in. If I have to go down to show you how important our liberties are, I'm willing to go down for that, but I'm not giving up my liberties. I will die on this hill. And that's what I'm saying, man. That's where patriots have to be right now. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of people going to have a problem with a lot of what Mesus is saying in here, but it's facts, man. If you are a true patriot, if you care about individual liberties, now is the time. This is the hill that we got to die on, because they're coming for them over and over with things like this.
I don't care if I gotta die from this. You think this is a song? You dead wrong. I put my life in this. I stand with we the people, cause we can see the evil. Hey,
yeah.
Politicians, listen up. You need us. We don't need you. Freedom means I am free to.
Hey, he's saying right there, politicians need us. You ain't getting elected without us. We don't need you. We can figure our own way out.
See the evil. Hey, politicians, listen up. You need us. We don't need you. Freedom means I am free to live as my God intended. New chains of slavery, a mask, but I will not accept it. It's just a mask.
He calling this the new chains of slavery. I like where he's going with this, because he's saying you give in. He's saying I ain't accepting this. He's saying I ain't accepting being pushed to live how the government tells me, because we don't work for them. We aren't subordinate to them. They are not our masters, our overlords, whatever. They ain't putting those chains on me, telling me how I'm going to live my life and what I'm going to do. Come on now.
New chains of slavery, a mask, but I will not accept it. It's just a mask. Why is that so hard? Is that too much to ask? And you say you believe in God? It's pretty funny, cause I can't see it. You making me lose faith in him and humanity. You such a drama queen saying you can't breathe. So what's your plan B? Take it off and then you really can't breathe. Not to mention all the people that you put in danger. I thought your precious savior told you you should love your neighbor.
Ooh, okay, so this guy, I like too that he's giving that alternate side, like a longer verse right there. It ain't just a conversation so much right now. He's saying, hey, he's saying you claim to be a Christian. What about all them people that you ain't taking care of in this? You're supposed to care about life. You're supposed to care about, your neighbor, love your neighbor, take care of the people around you. He's saying, but you lying out here. You being a drama queen anyway, saying you can't breathe. We've all heard that argument, right? The fact that it don't. God intended for us to live freely. We are supposed to stand up and take care of each other, but we're also supposed to stand. I mean, come on, man. And a lot of people want to fall back on, holding true on earth, whatever the law of the land is, being what we as Christians are called to uphold. The law of the land in America, our law is individual liberties. If it's not outlined in that constitutional document, that is our law. We are called to defend those individual liberties. And I'll throw out again, too, the Bible also says that to lay down your life for the life of a brother, for another, is the greatest love that anyone can have.
Mention all the people that you put in danger. I thought your precious Savior told you should love your neighbor. Guess you never understand, huh? Think you taking stands, huh? Conspiracy theories, nobody take you serious. It's kind of sad, bro. I used to love your music, but your views are stupid, so you lost another fan from.
Yo, Mesus talked about this too, because the opposing voice here just called what Mesus is saying a conspiracy theory. Mesus has already talked about the truth being called conspiracy. He about to lay it back on him. This guy's saying you lost another fan because your mind is whack. You going on these whack conspiracies and everything. Come on.
Hey, bro, I used to love your music, but your views are stupid, so you lost another fan from. I wonder if you even care, though. Apparently no. Apparently the dose the only thing you had for. COVID took my grandma, but do you care? No. Karma's suggest you be more careful.
He's telling him to be careful. He's using that personal argument too. A lot of people want to do that. They're like, well, my grandma, my friend, my friends, whatever, everybody's got this connection they always want to throw out that they know, a person they know who died from COVID. Man, I know people who've died from cancer, though. That doesn't mean smoking needs to be banned. You know what I'm saying? Hey, facts right there. We on borrowed time. The end is near. All the signs, man. Look at the signs. God's people will be able to tell by the signs of the time, all right? Look around. And that's what Mesus is saying right here. He's saying it's a mask today. It's a vaccine tomorrow. You go along with what they say right now. Tomorrow, you might not have a choice. You'll just be doing what the system tells you to do. Come on now. We too close to the end to roll over right now. We got to fight. We got to stand. Because how long? Look at these quarantines. Look at these lockdowns. Look at what got went for. Okay, real talk. We got people. We got individuals out there, governors of states, including Kentucky, shut down churches. Okay, government has no right to shut down a church. They got the state police out looking at license plates and everything of who's going to church. I'm not saying that is what is spoken of in the book of Revelation, where we are cut off from church. We still have the word. We can still have church. We can have assembly and all that stuff. We can find ways right now. But I'm saying that is a small taste. Okay? That is a taste. Do we let that happen? If we let that happen, how much easier is it when the government decides they don't want you going to church at all? Come on.
Not because of virus, because we're letting tyrants run our lives, and any resistance is getting silenced. You say I'm acting childish. I know you so much smarter. I know you went to college, believe everything they taught you. I'm educated too, went to a different school, the school of hard knocks. Show you what these bitches can do.
Yo, Mesus saying right there too. He's saying you went to college, you educated. I got common sense. I lived through things, man. I make my own decisions because I'm a man. Okay.
Went to a different school, the school of hard knocks. Show you what these bitches can do. Keep listening to the news, thinking it makes you woke. I think it makes you confusing. This whole thing is a joke. Except it ain't funny. All the rights they taking from me. Can't even take my family to parks on days of sunny. Can't even eat inside, but you could build a building next to the building and eating that, and everything's alright.
He throwing out the hypocrisy too. Look at it. Look at what's going on. You can't even take your kids out to the park if you're alone, right? Because the park is dangerous. You can't eat inside of a restaurant, but if you put up a tarp and call it a building next to the restaurant, you can eat outside in that little tent where you're still sharing air with all the people. Come on now, common sense, man.
But you could build a building next to the building and eating that and everything's alright. My wife can't do no nails, but liquor stores are open. Can't get a workout in, but you can get abortion.
Hey, he throwing this out too. He's saying if this is the case, what are we going down to, man? Liquor stores are open. He's saying you can get abortions, you can't go to the gym, you can't go get a manicure, a pedicure, whatever. He's like, how does this make sense? Where do you draw the line? You're not attacking the things that make people more of a slave. You're not attacking the liquor stores. You're not attacking, you know, the abortions that take away those consequences for your actions. You're not attacking those things that keep people sedated and pushed away. You're only attacking the places that we go that we want to, that you know, we got to work to be, that we enjoy being, that are spiritually, you know, or mentally refreshing. You're trying to control the people. Is what it comes around to.
Honestly, I don't know what bothers me more, the hypocrisy or that you ignore. 99% recovery rate, but hey, let's shut down the states and blame Trump, cause this sucks. He said America's great. Swear I hate all these narratives pumping fear in our kids. Most of y'all are dead already, cause you scared of death to live.
Man, he calling it out too. He's saying, hey, y'all just terrified. Y'all push yourself in the box. And this is what we're pushing on our kids. This is what we're teaching our kids. He's saying most of the people pushing this narrative, he said, y'all don't even know how to live. Y'all too afraid to live. Y'all too afraid to have that backbone, that spine. You're pushed in this box. You're afraid of walking out. How you walk down the street knowing everything that's pumped out in the air if you have that mindset. Real talk. Man, and I like what he said too. He said push it back on Trump, blame it on Trump. Nah, man, nah, that narrative don't work. And if you think it works, you ain't been paying attention. I love what Mesus is bringing in this track. 100%. I think Mesus hit all the high points. He's talking about it. He's saying now is the time to stand, though. He's bringing out all the points. He's saying, listen, we can't let ourselves be forced to assimilate today. We can't be pushed into that box today. And he going against, I love how he's doing this with those contrasting voices, you know. He's got that voice of, you know, lockdowns are good, let's let the government save us, versus that voice of reason, that voice, you know, that patriot, that independent voice, you know, talking about, and he's making the argument. I mean, he's throwing out the arguments that we hear. Y'all saying, I know somebody's going to say, well, he's just trying to paint the picture that the guy on the left doesn't know what he's talking about. But those are the arguments. Y'all know something better. If y'all know, you know, what keeps this part on the left in this video correct, give that justification. I would welcome the conversation down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this either way. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really enjoy everything Mesus is bringing in this one. I can't wait to see what he brings next after this. But I'm DJ AlphaTyler. Appreciate y'all. Hope you're staying safe, taking care, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time.
Now it's time to roll 13, closing up, we can't wait no more. Lofty goals, but the end is in my sight. Got the timing right now, just gotta get it right. 13 so far, dark as night. Ain't a lot we've been through, shine very bright. But 13, time to shed some light. Everybody open up as we reveal this fight. Closing this one out like I opened last. All the time has slipped by and it's all in the past.